So once you've hypnotized the person, you need to capitalize on that and start to deepen the hypnosis. So if you, for example, just do the push down on my hand induction and you click your fingers, you say sleep, and then they zonk out, they will be hypnotized. But if you do nothing else, some people will nearly straight away jump up with their eyes open because they'll notice something's just happened to them and think, oh, what just happened? Some people might respond by staying in hypnosis. But what you want is to have a greater chance of guaranteeing that they stay in hypnosis. So you use a deepener. And there are 5 different ways that I'll teach you here for deepening. One is to narrow that focus of attention. So I've already spoken about this in relation to doing hypnosis anyway, that hypnosis is about focusing attention and narrowing that focus of attention. So what you can do is you can continue to narrow that focus of attention. You can, for example, if you've done the push down on my hand induction, you can then have them narrowing that focus of attention on maybe saying to them to imagine something. So, and now you can imagine yourself walking along a beach. And so you narrow their attention onto that. You can also do a journey. So once they're hypnotized, you can then have them walking along a beach. You can then have them walking through the woods. You can have them walking down a country path, say down their back garden or something. You can have them climbing up a mountain. It doesn't matter what the journey is, but having a journey or having movement deepens hypnosis. Transitions deepen hypnosis. So what you can do is, once they're hypnotized, you can transition into something else. So for example, it could be that they imagine themselves in an art gallery and then they step into a painting. So they've made a transition, and that then deepens hypnosis. It could be that once they're hypnotized, they imagine lying on a beach. So there's some transition already from the hypnosis into lying on a beach. But then on the beach, you have them imagining drifting off, daydreaming while they gaze up at the night sky, and then start imagining what it would be like to be on a planet in space looking back at the Earth. So again, you've then transitioned to somewhere else. It could be walking through a gate, walking through a door. Any transition deepens hypnosis. You can give suggestion. So one of the main suggestions I end up giving is deeper and deeper. So once you've done, say, a push down on my hand induction, I might say, that's right, going deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper relax. That's right, going deeper and deeper inside. And finally, you can use silence. Now, silence is incredibly powerful for deepening hypnosis, but only when it's used right and at the right time. If, for example, you do the push down on my hand induction, and then you pull your hand away and you say sleep, and then you go silent, for many people that doesn't deepen the hypnosis, because they're in a state where they want to make sense of what's going on. They've gone into hypnosis because of the word sleep and because of the shock and all those bits, but they need more to latch onto. So for most people, they'll then bring themselves round. So you wouldn't use silence straight away. You would do some other kind of deepener and then use silence a little bit later. So you can use those 5 different things and you can mix them all together as a way of deepening the hypnosis once you've got it. So you'll probably find that you get hypnosis really quickly and really simply, but the bit to master is, once you've got the hypnosis, how do you keep hold of it while it's still fresh? So while there's still a chance that they might think, oh, this is a bit weird, this experience is odd, I want to come back to the room because I don't really know what's going on here. You want to keep their mind happy and keep them moving forward deeper into it in a way that's really comfortable for them.